Welcome. Welcome to Yoga with me today. So in my house where I like to teach yoga and come in here and relax. So let's go ahead and bring the feet about hip width apart or wherever is comfortable for you. Bring your hands to your heart and sweep your arms around and up. And feel like the feet are pressing down as you lift up in the shoulders, the hands, and bring your hands back to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms around and up. And exhale, heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up again. And you could reach for one wrist and slowly tilt to the side. As you inhale, come on up and then bring your hands around together at the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms around and up and find the other wrist. Lift up tall and tilt to the side. As you inhale, come on up, and exhale, bring your hands to the heart center. And then we'll play with balance a little bit on both feet. So sometimes we think of balance being standing on one foot, which it can be. But we're gonna bring the hands to the heart and slowly lower in the knees or the hips. I guess knees stay the same height, but bending the knees and reaching up. And just kind of warming up the legs here in star. So we're star when the arms are extended. Exhale as you lower, and feel free to change the foot position or not go as low as I'm going. If that feels better for your knees. And one more time up, and this time when you come up, stay up. And bring the arms out wide, and this is where we're gonna get a little balance here, softening the knees and slowly lean to one side and come on back up. So anytime that we're trying to not fall over or out of a position, that's activating muscles in the body to stay balanced. Movement does challenge the balance a bit. And then if you'd like, you can lengthen the arms a little more to open through the shoulders. And one more each way. And then come on up and bring the feet in. You can shake it out a little bit if you need to. I'm losing my balance just doing that. And then we'll do an actual stand on one foot balance pose. It's called Warrior 3. Sounds harder than it is, if that makes sense. It sounds advanced to get into, but it's really standing on one foot. I'll start with the right foot down, left leg long, and the heel lifted. And you can have one hand on furniture or wall, or both arms lifted out wide. So that's more the airplane version of Warrior 3, or the arms can go out in front, or they could go back. I'm gonna keep mine in front since I'm here, but try to keep the gaze steady, that back foot lifted. And when you're ready, you can play with challenging the balance a little more, softening each knee, and see if you can bring that back knee up and maybe the arms up. Yeah, and then release out. And stepping off the mat is more stable. I was noticing that. This is kind of a cushy mat. So I'm gonna step off of the mat this time, even though I'll be farther away from that cabinet. That left foot down. You could have one arm out somewhere with balance assisting, or just out away from the wall or furniture. Back heel lifted, arms lifted, whether out to the side, in front, or back. Maybe I'll go back a little more. The narrower the arms, more challenging it is with balance. But keep your gaze steady, your breath steady. When you're ready to come on up, bend the knees a bit and kind of push on up. And you're just softening that standing knee a little bit to kind of have something to push up and come out of. Release out of it. And then let's come down to the floor. So there are some balancing poses on the floor. Let's start with a sun salutation with your hands at the heart. So we can just have another opportunity to open in the shoulders. And sweep the arms around and up. Reach up as the feet press into the mat, and then hinge at the hips and slowly fold forward. Feel free to soften the knees if that feels better. Lift and lengthen a bit. And then step back with the left leg and bring the back knee down. So if you have blocks or furniture nearby, coffee table's nice. That can help you with balance. You could have a block on each side here. I'm doing it without blocks in case you don't have them. Don't want to leave anybody out. But you could have furniture, sofa, bed, or something there to assist with balance, but we are a little less stable with one foot in front, one knee in back. Arms can lift up, or you can keep your hands down at blocks or available for any furniture that might assist. Now find where you can set your gaze and breathe with it slowly. That calmer body helps with the balance, and same with the eyes in one place. And then lower your hands. And I'm going to step front foot back for down dog. If you aren't someone who likes doing down dog, you could come back up to the front of the mat. But if you want to go back to downward facing dog, you can pedal the feet a little bit, release that a bit in the hips, and then walk on up to the front of the mat and set your feet hip width or whatever's comfortable, and lift and lengthen and fold forward, and then come on up to standing, sweeping the arms around and up, and bring your hands to your heart. And then we'll do that again, a sun salutation, opening, expanding, lifting here, sweeping the arms up high, and then fold forward, hands coming back down to the floor. Inhale, half lift up, and as you exhale, you can have hands to assist you and bring that right knee down, and the other foot in front, arms lifted, and finding your balance here. And if you have knee issues, don't feel like you have to stay on this knee, or you could pad it a little more. But there have been times I have knee issues that I don't do this, or I do it twice on one side. One knee's better than the other. But play with that balance. Arms could stay lifted, or go out wider, or go back up. And then slowly lower your hands and bring that front foot back. And add a little side-to-side movement. And sit back into child's pose. Arms out long. Let your head and your shoulders relax here. And if you'd rather bend the elbows a little or a lot there, feel free. Any leg position, any arm position that helps you feel comfortable here. Same with the hips. They may not be back by the feet like mine are. That's fine. Not a problem. Take a few breaths with it here. And then slowly come on up. And another balancing pose is bird dog, where you're on hands and knees. And you could do this with your palms down or your knuckles down, your choice. So it could be here if that's more comfortable. Just make sure the shoulders are lifted so that the arms and wrists are okay. And then take the left leg back and lift with that heel. And that helps you kind of lift up in the shoulders as well. And this is balancing with both hands down. With that leg lifted, it causes you to shift over to the other side. And you try to play with that ability to stay in the center, or take the opposite arm, the right arm forward, and keep your gaze steady. That steady gaze, that steady breath. One more breath in, and then lower your hand, lower your knee, add a little side-to-side movement, and then do the other side. Other leg up, right heel up, shoulders lifted, and either keeping both hands down or the opposite arm lifts up and forward. Keep that gaze in one spot. Relax here as you breathe. And then slowly lower the knee, lower the hand. Release out of it. And let's come up to down dog again, or find your way up to standing at the front of the mat. And if you're in down dog, walk on up to the front of the mat. And lift and lengthen. That half lift, that long back. Come into a forward fold. And then push into the feet and sweep the arms around and up. Reach up and bring your hands to your heart. One more balance pose. Why not, right? So this is a play on that warrior three. You can, again, use something nearby. I'm actually going to move my mat back a little bit so I've got that floor that's not cushy. And what we're going to do, I'll show you from the front. Well, now I can't do it from the front because I got this cabinet and that in the way. But we'll start with the left foot down, and we'll bring the knee up, the right knee up, and the arms up. So this is the beginning of it. And then that leg's going to go back, and the arms can either go here or here, but that back leg will be long. So let me show you. Inhaling up, arms lifted. Exhaling, that leg going back to warrior three. And I like to have the arms out wide. And then you soften in the knees, soften in the elbows. Knee comes forward and up. As the arms lift up, and as you exhale, you go back to that warrior three. And continue with that. Feel free to have the wall there or whatever is nearby to help assist you in that balance. And there's always some movement, even for those who are the steadiest with balance. There's that self-correcting that's happening in the body to help us stay lifted. And after the next time you come up, go ahead and release out. Turn around, we'll do it on the other side. Right foot down, left knee up, arms lifted. When I look at the camera, I'm not looking forward, and then. It's more like a twist, and I'm coming out of my balance. But going into that horizontal as you exhale, upright as you inhale. And feel free to have one hand, at the top of a chair or something the whole time. You don't have to use both hands and release that other hand to move in between, or you could. You could maybe have that hand there for assistance at times, and maybe have the strength, the balance to let it be free the other times. So one more time, warrior three, and then as you inhale, come on up and release down. Kick it out, shake it out, however you like. Then we'll come down to the mat. We'll do a little twist in a shavasana. How's that sound? I'll bring my mat back. So bring yourself to the front of your mat, hands at your heart, and sweep your arms around and up. And as you exhale, slowly fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, bring your fingertips to the floor or to blocks. Go ahead and come on down and add a little side-to-side movement. And then we'll come to seated and turn around so we can lie down on our backs. And bring the legs up in the air. And find where you need movement here in the legs, the hands, the feet, the toes. You could blink your eyes extra fast. Sometimes I need that movement. And then bring your feet to the floor, your arms out wide, and let the knees slowly go side to side. Just gentle twist one way and then the other. And then bring that to center and lengthen out the left leg and bring the right leg in the air. And then use that left hand to help guide that knee across the body. The right arm still out to the side. If you've got a block or something there, a pillow that you'd like to place under that knee, you could. But not required. Just finding what feels good for you here in this twist. And then slowly bring it back to the center. If the hips feel off center, bring them back to center. And lengthen out the right leg, left leg in the air. Left arm out long to the side, and that right hand guides the knee across the body. Allowing yourself to settle in here as you breathe. And then bring it back to center. And let the other foot come in. Lengthen out the legs and bring the arms long overhead. And the hands can be apart, or they could overlap or come together in some way. You could even bend the elbows if that feels good. Any way that helps you open in the chest, open in the shoulders here. Let your face relax. You could even close your eyes. And then slowly bring your arms forward. And if you'd like, you could do your Shavasana right here, arms out to the side, feet at whatever distance is comfortable. If you like elevating the feet in some way at the wall or on any props, you're welcome to do that. We're just allowing ourselves to notice the residue in the body as you settle in. And breath by breath, find that stillness. Relax around the mouth, sides of the eyes. And just settle in here with that slow, spacious breathing. Take another breath or two here. And if you feel like you need more time, you're welcome to just stay here longer. Relaxing, letting go. If you feel like you're ready to come on up, gradually turn to the side. Come on up to seated, whatever's comfortable for you. You could bring your hands to your heart if you like. Trying to be quiet for those staying in Shavasana. Thank you so much for being here today. Wonderful to be with you. Namaste. I'll be making some more of these, some longer, some shorter, some more energetic, and some more relaxing. So it's wonderful to have you with me today. Thanks so much.